The versatile.
A. Miss Taylor is an enthusiastic English teacher who loves to make her classes come alive. Today, she is excited to teach her students about the different sounds of the letter K. Her students, especially Lily and Jake, are eager to embark on this new linguistic journey. Miss Taylor begins, "All right, class. Today we're going to explore the many ways to pronounce the letter A. Let's think of it as a journey where A has multiple voices depending on where it lives in a word. Who's ready?" Lily, always keen on words, chimes in, "Me." What's the first way we can say A? Miss Taylor smiles and dives right in. The first sound is the short sound. It sounds like A, as in cat or apple. This sound usually comes when is followed by a single consonant, especially when it is in the middle of a short word. That word will not contain another vowel that is followed in the word by at least two consonants. She writes examples on the board: cat, hat, map, and uses them in a sentence. The cat sat on the mat. Jake, whose curiosity knows no bounds, asks, "So A in cat is short because it's followed by the consonant T?" Miss Taylor nods enthusiastically. "Exactly." Moving on, she continues, "Next we have the longest sound, which sounds like A. You often hear it in words like cake or late. It usually happens when A is followed by a silent A at the end of the word." She writes cake, name, make, and uses them in a sentence. "I baked a cake for her birthday." Lily, fascinated by this revelation, says, "So the silent E changes how we say A." Miss Taylor confirms, "Exactly. It makes us say its name." Miss Taylor then explains, when it comes before the letter R, it has a special sound. In many accents, like in British English, it sounds like R, like in car or star. But in American English, it's closer to A. She lists car, star, park, and uses them in a sentence. The car is parked near the star. Jake, intrigued, notes, "So a before is kind of special?" Miss Taylor agrees, yes. It often changes to a broader or longer sound. She introduces another sound. Sometimes it is unstressed and turns into a very quick, relaxed sound called a schwa, which sounds like S. Note, it's very quick. This often happens in unaccented syllables, like in about or sofa. She writes about sofa, banana, and uses them in a sentence. She sat on the sofa to talk about bananas. Lily, surprised, says, "I never noticed that A in about sounds different." Miss Taylor explains, "It's sneaky. When it is not stressed, it becomes the quiet schwa." Moving to diphthongs, Miss Taylor says, in some cases, A is part of a diphthong, where it teams up with another vowel. For example, in AI or AY, it makes the A sound, like in rain or day. She lists rain, say, train, and uses them in a sentence. It's going to rain all day. Jake asks, "So A and I, or Y, together make that long a sound, A?" Miss Taylor confirms. Yes, when they work together as a team. Finally, she says, when it is followed by an L before another consonant, it often makes the ball sound, like in ball or walk. She lists ball, call, talk, and uses them in a sentence. Let's walk and talk while we throw the ball. Lily, amazed, says, I didn't realize and ball sounds more like ball. Miss Taylor concludes, exactly. It's another special sound. Miss Taylor wraps up. Great job, everyone. You've learned how versatile the letter A can be. Remember, the pronunciation depends on the letters around it and where it is in the word. Jake, beaming with knowledge, says, I didn't know I had so many sounds. Lily adds, yeah, it's like a shapeshifter. Miss Taylor smiles, exactly. Now you're ready to spot all these sounds in the wild. Keep practicing.